So I'm also going to show you guys how to rob this Fleeka bank. All the Fleeka banks are going to be robbable, and they all got a nice little redesign in here as well. So you can see all the Fleeka banks. They look very, very nice compared to what your general server would look like. But to rob a bank, it's pretty easy. It's kind of this works the same way as a convenience store. So all you got to do is take out your weapon. Oh wait, I got my graffiti out. So find your weapon. Add it, or you can add it to pretty much any one of these 5 keypads. Let's take it out. Same scenario, point your gun, make a bullet shot. XP starting to gain XP from it. And this guy will now open up the safe. Alright, and now you can just help yourself. And by the way, the wanted is off, but technically the wanted will definitely be turned on by now. We would get at least 2 stars, and all the dispatch alerts will be probably on every single police officer. So to do these Fleeka banks, they do take some time, as this is a very long robbery. As you can see, I'm stealing gold. It's a mixture of gold and money. Once you successfully rob a Fleeka bank, you'll actually meet up with a buyer and sell the gold, and I'll show you that as well. And you can go ahead and just take it all, everything you see here. This is diamonds as well. You take the diamonds, and there's going to be a buyer that's going to buy all this. Very nice animations, great for roleplay. I highly recommend, if you guys are in a gang or if you have a few players that want to help you, is definitely do this in a group, because it is pretty long to rob this bank. At least so 2 or 3 players can be on the lookout, or they can shoot out the cops as they show. All the cops here are players, so as long as you're robbing, you can do RDM. And then you guys can just split the money. There we are. And then there's one more section you can rob, or actually you have to rob to finish this. You have to use your drill here. You do not need to have a drill, so you don't need to have a drill in your inventory or anything, but this is a cool animation. And then you would just press up on your D-pad. And all you got to do is drill through this without, just make sure it's not hot. You can see the temperature rising. And to turn on your drill, if you're using a joystick, it's going to be the right D-pad. And you literally, I'm using the joystick, so I'm using D-pads. Just make sure that temperature doesn't go all the way. If it goes up to 960, you do fail the mission. And just like that. And we got the last of it. And you do have to break all 3 safes. And I'm telling you, this is why I tell everybody this is a very, very long mission. So you definitely need other players around you to help you. Unless you can get away without the cops coming to you. And all the cops are player cops, so maybe you can. Maybe if they're too busy, or maybe they won't notice you. Just make sure you turn your drill on. And you can control the speed of it too. Obviously, the faster it goes, the hotter it's going to get. Like right now, I turned it really fast. I'm probably going to turn it down some. To make your temperature go down, just press down on the D-pad if you're using a joystick. Pretty fun and super, pretty easy to use, to be honest. And it's a big reward as well, so it's kind of worth doing all this, because you get all the money, and you get all the fun little stuff you get to trade to the dealer. Alright, here's the last one. Same thing. Nice animations. Got my Dior glasses on today. And the Louis V jacket. We have probably one of the coolest clothing systems, as we do have real brand clothing. So you'll see clothing like Louis Vuitton, Dior, Nike, and etc. Alright, we're breaking through. There we are. Alright, so now I have successfully robbed this bank here. And that's going to be everything. Now, once you collected all the loot, technically you can stop robbing at any time. The only thing is the sellers will not pop up until you do actually, until you successfully do rob the bank. Let me spawn a vehicle here real quick. You guys will not get the V menu, but you guys will have your own. You guys have your own valet, and just to spawn a valet is pretty easy. Just hit F1 and then go to valet, which is somewhere around here. Yeah, that's taxi. I guess you can use the taxi as well, but I think the valet is probably the easiest if I know where the hell it is. Or am I just blind? There it is. And you can literally just get one of your cars here. So all the cars that you have in your garage or the cars that you purchase, you can really just bring them out just by clicking on the car you want and just hit bring. Yes. And there's my car. We'll actually use my car to do all this. We might as well, right? So now I have to deliver the loot to the buyer. You can actually see on the left hand side I got the message, and it does take about 5 minutes for the message to show up. It gives you time to run away from the cops, and your buyer is always going to be at the same location. So those of you that have already robbed this place, you can start heading there, because by the time you get there they'll already spawn. But I'll give you guys a good idea of what they look like. Actually, what I'll do, I'm going to teleport there. I'm not even going to drive because I feel like driving just takes too long. Alright, and the buyers should be there waiting for me. There they are. And then you'll get this cool animation here. Handshake. Grab the money. They'll take the loot. And job successful.